Hi everyone, it's Kute here, sending you love wherever you are around the world, sending you a big blast of love. Today I want to talk a bit about overcoming disappointment. Now, if you're alive on this planet having a human experience, chances are at some point in your life, a dream you had didn't manifest, or you didn't get the relationship you wanted, or at some point something didn't go according to the plan that you made up in your mind. At some point you either failed, you fell down, you were rejected, and you experienced this thing called disappointment. Disappointment often arises when we have some vision, some idea, some expectation, and the degree to which we're disappointed really is often in relationship to the degree that you are attached to some expectation or vision or something or someone being a certain way. And when that person, thing, situation is not the way you might have set out in your mind, you often experience what's called disappointment. And if you're not careful and you indulge that disappointment, the disappointment can spiral into a depression, into victimhood, and really take you down into a dark place that is not productive in any way. Disappointment is a part of the human experience. It's a part of being human. It's a part of being alive. Nothing wrong with it. But here's what I found. Many times when things don't work out, we often think, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Oh my God, maybe I'm not doing my mantras right. If I did more mantras, if I practiced the law of attraction, maybe my energy's off. Maybe it manifested because something's wrong with me. There's a curse. God doesn't love me. And on and on and on and on and on. And if I just did a bit more affirmations, then it would have been different. And I believe that sometimes this is not the case. What I found is when things don't go according to plan, when the dream, the vision, what you had in your mind doesn't manifest in that way, there's often a higher vision, a higher plan, a bigger intention that life is actually seeking to unfold in your life, something more than you can currently see with your imagination and with your mind at this current time in your life. That there's often something much better that is seeking to happen that you can't see, because often many times we think we know what we want, and we're choosing dreams and goals and desires based on who we think we are. And who we think we are is fixed in a certain moment in time. And in that moment in time, we have a certain viewpoint, we have a certain evolution. And we're only able to see a certain piece of the totality of the picture of the possibilities of life that are maybe the highest for us. We're not always able to see what is best and most aligned for our souls. So we often think we know what we want based on who we thought we were at that time. But if we're not really, truly in touch with who we really authentically are, then we're often not able to see the highest result, the highest intention for our own soul's evolution, and the highest for everyone concerned in a given situation. It's like looking at a painting and seeing a small piece of the paint and thinking that's really what it is, when actually there's a bigger unfolding in our lives, a bigger tapestry of life that is seeking to happen. So just know that when things don't go according to plan, when things don't work out and you experience this disappointment, get excited. You can be depressed, or you can get excited knowing that something more is actually, something better is actually seeking to happen. So let your prayer be. Don't be attached to the result. Let your prayer, if you're going to have a prayer, let your prayer be, let the highest good be done. Because then you know when the relationship doesn't unfold, when he leaves or she leaves, or it falls apart, or people disappear and they vanish, and you were so disappointed because you wanted them to be the one, when they are no longer in your life, then you can thank God, thank the universe, thank your soul, thank your cat, thank whatever you need to thank, because you know that they were not in alignment. The reason they moved out of your reality, out of your proximity in your space, in your life, is because they were no longer in alignment with who you were and your highest good in that moment. I found in my life, amazing friends, that there were things I thought I wanted at a certain moment in time. I actually thought I wanted. I mean, how many times did you really think you wanted that person in relationship, and you dreamed about them, and you were so sure you were in love with them, and you were sure in that time that they were your soulmate? and they weren't actually your soulmate. I mean, I saw a post quoted on Facebook recently: don't confuse a life lesson for your soulmate. Sometimes people, situations pop into your life because in that given moment of your life, at that time, there's certain lessons you need to learn, and they're just lessons. And we get attached. We often get attached. The ego gets attached to what we think something is. Based on our current level of evolution, based on our current viewpoint, we get attached to what we think something is, who we think someone is to us, when we're not actually able to see the whole picture. There's a painting behind me, and until I move, you can't actually see the whole picture. From a limited perspective, we can't see the totality of life. We can't see the totality of interactions and the interconnected flow that existence is unfolding in our lives. There's an intelligence to life that we must trust, so that when things don't work out, when things don't happen, when things don't manifest how we thought we wanted, trust that it's often the grace of the universe, it's often the grace of God, it's often the grace of the intelligence, the great intelligence of life that is blessing you and gifting you. Because I look back in my life and I think back, in my early 20s, there were things I was sure I wanted to happen. There were relationships I was sure this is the one, and I look back and go, thank God. I mean, how many times have you done this, right? You think, thank God that relationship didn't happen, thank God. So what if actually, rather than waiting 15 years, 20 years, 30 years from now to turn around and look back in your life, amazing friends, and thank the universe, give thanks for that not happening? Why not in the moment truly trust the intelligence of life, trust and give thanks for it not happening in that moment. Trust and live in that knowing. And when things don't happen in that moment, you can be in disappointment or recognize there is an opportunity. You can be in disappointment or recognize there's actually an opportunity, that maybe in that moment you may have had a dream, you might have seen a vision of a possibility for something, but in that moment you might not actually be fully available, fully ready, fully prepared in your mind, your body, your being, fully ready to hold and be of true service to the vision that your soul has. Your soul has given you a glimpse of that vision. It's given you a glimpse of the possibility of that vision, but where you're at, you're not fully ready in that moment. And the reason it's not happening is not a denial, but it's an opportunity for you to see the vision and to call more of yourself forward, so you can step into and evolve into becoming the person necessary to be able to embody, live, and serve the vision into its highest fulfillment. I look back on my life in my early 20s, there was visions I had. There were dreams I had, and I realized, I thank God today, I thank life that they did not happen in the time I thought they should happen. We got caught up in thinking things have to happen at a certain time. Years in my early 20s, I wanted a book, and I was working on a book, and I was working on this book, and I wanted to sell this book, and it didn't quite happen. And the good news is, many of you might know, I'm coming out with my first book next year. Signed a very big, amazing book deal with an amazing publisher, part of Simon & Schuster, and amazing visionary editor-in-chief. And I look at how that entire chapter of my life has unfolded, and I sit in awe in this moment at the grace of life. I look at the journey that I had to go through over the last decade or so, let's say on the publishing journey, so I could become the person truly available and embodied and ready, and to then witness things unfolding and aligning in ways I could not have planned is just grace. Sometimes you not getting what you thought you wanted is grace, to allow you the opportunity to question, to allow you the opportunity to be patient, to allow you the opportunity to realign yourself, to bring yourself back into integrity, to bring yourself back into harmony, to see, to refine, to actually question, is this desire I have really authentic? And if it's not, bring it back. There's always a reason. for why things unfold in the way they do. So in the moment where you're feeling disappointed, you can stay stuck in disappointment and depression, which leads into a downward spiral, or you can recognize that every single situation, every single experience that you have attracted into your life is giving you the opportunity for your soul's evolution and growth. And you can use that disappointment as an opportunity to grow and ask yourself, why is this happening? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Ask yourself, what can I do different in the future? Ask yourself, how can I turn this situation into an opportunity to be more, to love more, to express more, and to learn more about who I really authentically am? Your failures, your roadblocks, your disappointments, and when things don't work out are an amazing invitation to find out who you really are. So when things don't go according to plan, when things don't work out, it's an amazing opportunity to find out who you really are, to find out what you're really made of. So when things don't work out, amazing friends, remember this: something even more amazing, incredible, magnificent is seeking to unfold in your life. So get excited and throw your arms open and surrender. Sending you love wherever you are, wishing you blessings, wishing you love. If you enjoyed this blog, I want you to subscribe and share this with all of your friends. Look forward to staying connected. Love now.